Someone should call IT.
Don't worry, I won't tell
I was live
nobody.
to YouTube because I'm recording to YouTube.
Yeah.
So,
What's going on, dude?
you're looking at it. What are you doing?
Yeah, you're looking at it. Not much.
Hi guys,
Hi.
what you doing?
Figuring out how to use StreamYard by the looks of it.
Hey Jeff, how are you doing?
Live.
I'm good.
Good. So I thought
It
I
was-
would stream from the Lego room
Woohoo!
for a change. Since there's no topic,
There's zero topic.
it's an impromptu.
Impromptu is
Stream?
one of my favorite words. I love the hat too.
Thank you. I just put it on. Just put it on for the show. Oh,
Where's
Jeff
mine?
is talking to him.
I have my hat somewhere. I'm cleaning up the Lego room, so it's around here somewhere.
I haven't watched your all your videos about your haul yet, David. So, but I'm gonna get to that. Yeah, you flexer.
That's only one.
I know. I saw the Instagram post.
Didn't you get like 7 of those?
Sorry, Jeff.
Didn't you get like 7 of those?
5 so far, but I could build more.
Jesus Christ.
He can build more. I got like two, man, and one is incomplete.
It's very odd because, again, when you have $20 in your hand and your friend wants beer money in high school, so they sell you their Lego collection for $20-$30 back then, right? So, and I didn't know what I had because I did buy one of those off the shelf for my movie, and I was a Lego collector, but I didn't realize until now how many I could actually build, right? So it's like I had mine built, and that's the one that was in the movie. And then I know that Sandy and I would get a couple lots for the last couple of years. Like I think it was a couple Christmases back. I got a call. We were leaving my parents' place or my uncle's place from a Christmas party, family Christmas party, and they said, "Hey, Dave, a high school friend that I hadn't really talked to since high school, but she's on my Facebook. She goes, "Hey, Dave, my sister is getting rid of the Lego that my brother and I had when we were kids. Do you want it?" I said, "Whatever." And they said like $200. And I said, "Oh, sure." It's in Beansville. So I drive out to Beansville. They come out with, those green bins that we put out for the waste, like not the small ones, but the big ones.
Yeah.
That was full of Lego. So they just gave me the green bin and the Lego in it, right? And it was like from their childhood or my childhood. So it was 100% Lego. There's no Mega Block. There's no nothing. There's a message intercept base in it, right? There's a 6980 in it, right? There's like 15 or 20 classic space sets, a couple castle sets and some pirate sets, and a lot of basic brick. But I'm fully complete for $200. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? So sure, I'll take that.
Yeah, but these things don't happen anymore because of eBay, because of Facebook Marketplace, because of Kijiji. People now know the value of Lego. So
I keep on saying that, but Dave, we were at Value Village last week and we found those 4 bags.
Yeah, but I like I said, you're living like in a twilight zone, Dave, where people just discard their Lego not knowing what it's worth.
We hit most of the Value Villages in the area. We'll go to Burlington, we'll go to Waterdown, we'll go to Ancaster. We hit most of the Value Villages, but ours here, I said at the beginning of the year, I'm just gonna go keep track every time I walk in there to see if there's actual Lego there, and every single time there's Lego there. Not a lot sometimes, like a little bag of crap bricks, but there's always been Lego every single time we got in the Value Village this year. Every single time.
Every time that I walk into a Value Village over here in Quebec, every time, and I've been to on the south shore of Montreal, in Montreal, now on the in Laval, on the north shore of Montreal, nada, never have I seen a bag of Lego like you guys have.
I was a little tempted because I bought those 4 bags, and then we're up in the checkout counter, and they have the display with the jewelry in it and the high end toys that they sold for $40 and above around this side. They had a EV3 box full of the EV3 parts. It was already open, but they were asking 150 for it for an EV3. Like I just bought one. Well, I didn't just buy one, but I bought one the other month or a year for $300. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like I said, I already have one and I don't use it. I use my RCXs, right? So I don't need 2 EV3s that are just going to sit there collecting nuts. But I have my EV3 right here on my desk. Oh, EV3. Because I like
you could have connected the 2 intelligent bricks. So.
I got 3 NXTs for that, and I know how to set IR codes between RCXs. I can build whatever I want with what I have. I don't need. I was trying at one point to be electronic complete because I have like the original motor they put out, almost every iteration, even including the barcode scanner that I just adored. I thought that was a fantastic set, and I got the music maker and I got like all this stuff. So I was happy I got the EVs, but I kind of gave up because they got the boost and the boost 2 and all this new PF stuff, and I'm not going to keep up anymore. I'm just not going to bother. Me and Technic don't.
But I've seen a presentation about the new Spike, and
Right.
it's fairly easy to use.
Okay.
Like so, for I'm guessing that for kids, it's going to be a great set because it doesn't require that much like programming skills and the robots are fairly easy to make and the connection are fairly easy. So I'm guessing it's a step forward to interest kids into robotics.
I would say the boost was fantastic for that because we bought Josh the boost and he had a good time with it for about a week until he found more video games to play. And so my boost is sitting right there, but I didn't get any of the expansion packs.
Yeah, but I had some AFOL who tried the boost and they didn't like it.
I liked it. I liked it enough. My favorite still is the RCX, but that's just because I'm so old school. It's not even funny.
Yeah, but the RCX you could like hack into it. You
hack into it and build it into things. Like I have almost everything I build, I can put an RCX into, and I know how to work with it. I know how to build it in. I know how the motors. There's just the wires are just disintegrating, so it's like that's the sad part.
Yeah.
So, but other than my life, how's everybody else's life?
Well,
hockey.
Yeah, I just came. We were supposed to have a game, but the other team we were playing against, they were in a tournament and they were actually in the finals, so they couldn't play us. So it turns out that we had a practice instead of a game, and we had the whole heist. We had the whole heist to ourselves. Usually we have like just half of a normal heist.
Right.
Now we had the whole heist all to ourselves, but the funny thing is that I didn't check my message because I was at my mom's today because we were celebrating my brother's birthday.
Right.
So I was at my mom's. I didn't check my messages. So I got to the arena and yeah, we were having a practice instead of a game. So, yeah, but I didn't bring my skates, so I had to watch the practice from the
safety of the concrete.
Yeah. But it was nice. I got to chat with like the parents of the players, which I usually don't do because I'm too busy busy coaching. So it was nice. It was like connect to the parents and learn what they're thinking about their kid and how we're coaching, and so it was fun.
Nice.
So that's basically what I did today. Went to my mom, got back.
French Dave.
Yes.
When you're coaching the kids, do you yell and scream at them and break them down and then build them up?
Never.
Okay.
Never.
because you're paying. That's a therapy bill waiting to happen for those kids when they get older. And I just want to
Yeah, I know.
commend you on your effort of keeping psychology and
No,
psychiatry
no, no.
practicing.
The no, we actually had to take a course with Hockey Canada to be able to coach, and they it's one of the things they mention in the it's an online course, of course, but it's one of those things that mentioned that
Yeah,
that's the old style of coaching, and it shouldn't be employed anymore with, especially with these days kids, because they are not used to be taken down. They are not used to be criticized heavily. They're more used to learning a new thing and then being gratified uh, right there. Small gratifications because of video games, and they get those gratifications all the time. So
Yep.
you're not supposed to. That's the old way of coaching. The new way of coaching is encouraging, taking small steps, rewarding kids when they actually accomplish something, even the little things. So yeah, and I never yelled at the players. Never, never. I always
so
encourage. I encourage the kids to do the same. I
yeah.
don't bring anybody down. Don't even bring the other team down. Just, you know, and I'm not coaching like a very competitive team where like the lowest level of, so I'm not there to win. I can guess that in higher levels you have that pressure to win, but on my level, the kids just want to have fun, and
You're having
that's what their
fun.
parents want us to do. So
You're having
So when
fun.
they
That's
lose a
cool.
game and you go out, when you lose a game and you go out for ice cream, they don't get sprinkles though, right? Because sprinkles are prohibited. I'm just saying
we,
that's a very
we
important
actually
lesson.
don't go for ice cream because over here it's like freezing. So all the ice cream shops are closed. Can't find a Dairy Queen that's actually open in the
That's
winter.
fair. Hmm.
But no, we don't go out as a team. But
Hmm.
I never criticize them.
Yeah.
I I I I I get through, but I don't criticize. Like,
No.
guys, we lost the game because you stopped skating.
Hmm.
That's not a natural fact. I'm not criticizing them. I'm just telling them you stopped skating, you stopped trying, so that's why we lost the game. And
Yep.
I always say that, and then when they try to point finger at someone in the team, I always say, hey, hockey is a team sport.
You
If
win as a
we
team, you
if
lose
we
as a team.
lose, we lose as a team. If we win, we win as a team.
That's
But
right.
we're not. Don't criticize your colleague there, because you made the say probably a lot more mistakes than he did.
So you're not saying it's a meatball situation where you're, yeah, Peter, damn it, I'm sorry, Bill Murray, and when you know you're losing, your last desperate act isn't to go to the other team members and
Pants them.
just start pantsing them. That's
Pants them.
not what you do.
No.
Best
Oh,
best
okay.
scene ever in any movie. Pants them.
Pants them. I just imagine French Dave like the Bad News Bears, like sitting in like the little hockey dugout with like a can of Molson and just being like,
I haven't seen that movie in 30, 40 years, but my goodness, when they put the guy up in the tree, oh, it's just in the bed, it was just fantastic.
mm-hmm. But
No,
no,
I
that's
don't.
awesome that you. That's awesome that you're like that though, French Dave. That's cool. I'm sure those kids really appreciate what you do for them.
I hope
That's
so.
great. I know so.
Yeah.
Well, well, I don't even scream at the referees, because I've been in that situation, because before my kids, I used to umpire. I used to be a baseball umpire, and I used to train other umpires, young umpires, to ump the game. So I know
Wait a
what it's
second.
like to be. I don't know what it's like to be the referee or the umpire and being screamed at by parents or coaches because they're not happy, they're not winning. So
Yeah.
I never scream at referees.
Nope.
it
Right.
yes, sometimes I get mad.
No.
I do think that they made a bad call or a bad judgment, but I keep it to myself. And
Yeah.
that's the other part of the training that we get as coaches, that is that when you're criticizing the empire, you're giving your kids the impressions that it's okay to criticize and it's okay to yell and it's okay to and
Act
their
deplorably.
action is impacting the games, and that's not what you want to give away to the kids. That you want to give away that they have impact on the game. They are the
Mhm.
one who are losing or winning the game. So
Well, I mean,
criticizing the empires just doesn't amount to anything. So
right. Let the drunk parents that are cheering for Tommy start yelling at the referee. So
well,
in my little town of Arizona where I used to live, with baseball and softball and stuff was a big deal there, right?
yeah,
Like every good old boy and their like best friend and their brother and their sister slash wife would go and play, softball. And my buddy Ryan is the head of the umpires there. He's been umpiring since he was 16 years old. He's my age now. And like some of the stuff that I've heard that like he's been called or like has been said in his general direction
And no.
like turned me red. Like whoa, dude! Like it's just baseball. Those kids are 9. What's going on?
yeah, I know. Yeah, I've been as an umpire. I've been yelled at. I've been pushed. I've been threatened.
Yeah.
Uh, and for all for like baseball.
Yo, get your
Uh,
head out of your ass and start making the right call. Yo, are you blind? Yeah. Why don't you have another beer, buddy? All right.
but
Yeah.
at the end, when I on my last few years that I did umpire, uh, the funny thing is that the guys, I know I was like umpiring senior leagues, so adults playing baseball for fun,
Right.
and I've been doing it for quite a few years. So the guys knew me, and I remember one time that the game was starting. It was like the second or third pitch, and I didn't call it, or I did call it, and it was the oh yeah, I called it. I said strike, and I had a like a wide strike zone. So hit the ball, you swing your bat. So and I called it, and I heard like someone on the bench saying, "Oh!" just yelling. I went time, and then I just walked over to the bullpen. Just walked over there slowly, and I came out to the bullpen, and I knew two guys. The two guys that were playing, they were actually my mom's neighbor. So they knew me, and the one of them actually umpired for me. So he knew what I was why I was heading there. So I just got up to the bullpen, and Matthew, the guy I was talking about, Matthew just said, "Dave, we'll take care of it." And I didn't say anything. I just walked back to my position and started the game again, and didn't hear a peep from the for the rest of the game. Because they knew. I didn't take that kind of bullshit. I didn't.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You want to criticize my strike zone? Come up to me and say it, but don't
Right.
yell from the bullpen. Be man enough to say to my face.
Right. Like everybody's brave behind a keyboard and everybody's brave behind a 3-inch, steel door. So it's one of those things. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good time. So non French Dave, but probably still no, he's not French Dave. Non French Dave, what are you building?
Well, I'm just starting.
Oh, French Dave, what are you building?
Well, I wanted to continue my like mech, my classic space
Yeah.
mech, but I'm having like a hard time figuring out what I'm gonna do with the arms. So
We'll put him on there.
Done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but what?
There you go. Perfect.
Thanks, Jeff.
Just come
You
on.
solve all my problems.
Credits. The key grips are going by now. See it, Mr. Key Grip. We're
More
done.
Lego tips from Jeff next time.
Subscribe.
No, I was actually pondering if I should go like really classic space with the claw and the like snake-like arms, or if I should go like more with the ball joint and a more built arm. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm pondering. But he has come like the skinny legs, so I'm figuring that big built brick built arms would be like kind of funny. So
It would be. I'm doing this for my arms. I just can't decide on legs, and I know they go on.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah, no, but they're like ball joints with mixel joints
Right.
with
yeah,
the arm there.
that's what I was wondering if I should go with mixel joints or like
Why
more
not both?
classic space arms with the claws. Where are they? Where are my classic space arms?
They're very neat, though. I mean, this way I was able to give him a big shoosty gun on the right shoulder or
I
the
like
left
the big
shoulder.
guns.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe if we
claw hand. Claw.
The only mech I have is the one that Peter Reed made. I mean, he seemed to have two of those, and the one that Mr. Simo Lou gave me years ago.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
layout. So,
I've got the
But-
Peter Reed mech in
the Peter
closet.
Reed mech's really good. I remember his
Yep.
original he posted on Mugnet, and I said, "Oh, that's awesome." And then I got the mech from Lego, and I'm going, "Yeah, I can see why some people don't like Lego touching their stuff because it's a lot quote unquote dumbed down from the original." Although
Yeah.
in Peter Reed's case, I can see why because there's no way anybody's building the way Peter Reed does.
Right, because I mean, if I recall correctly, if you sneezed on that one that
Oh,
Peter
like-
first made, or like looked at it funny, it was like, I think I'm just gonna fall apart now.
Well, that's Simon Lou stuff too. So it's like,
Yeah. But it's Simon Lou, so like that's you just gotta hold on to those things.
a wing and a prayer. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I remember he came to a few of our dinners back in the day, and then they started a Toro Lug. I mean, he's just a joy to hang around.
Yeah, he seems like a really nice guy.
Simon is like a great guy.
Yeah,
Great guy to hang around. And I told you guys in a stream, but first time I met Simon, he was at Brick Fight in Toronto, and he came up to me and says, "Wow, your layout is great." And I was like, "Yeah, but your layout is like amazing." So
I like
Yeah.
other people's building styles. I like everybody's building style. There's not too many styles I don't like. There's all of them I can't do besides my own, but I don't like everybody's. Simon always does a good job in the classic or the space the
yeah, space department,
space department.
sci-fi department in general.
Yep. So
Yeah, it looks too flimsy.
Too
Classic
flimsy.
space. Yeah, this classic space arm just like it looks like a little. Nah, I'm gonna show you guys.
so
Yeah,
I watched
Jen
two
doesn't like
football
that.
games today, David. I didn't see the Montreal in any of them. What's going on?
What?
I saw two football games today, and Montreal wasn't in any of them.
I don't know.
Hamilton's going to the Grey Cup next weekend.
Oh, you guys are
Yeah.
talking about soccer. Okay.
No, the real the real football, not the
Okay,
NFL.
okay. All right,
The real
all right.
football, the CFL.
Canadian football.
The Alouettes.
Yeah, we're struggling in the last few years because I don't know,
Because why? It's because just because.
just cause I don't know. Since Anthony Calvillo retired, it's not the same team. Definitely not the same team.
I'll be right back.
All right, cool.
It was.
So, yeah,
it was a
But
good game.
I'm not an avid fan of
No.
football. So
I watched playoffs and almost everything, like basketball. My wife's right into basketball, the Raptors. and so I'll watch the playoff games when they make it to the playoffs, and we have season seats for the Leafs, and yet I stopped caring about the Leafs when this guy, it says number 27 on the back, when this guy left the Leafs, when Ballard traded him to LA. That's when I stopped caring about the Toronto Maple Leafs. But I married me a hockey fan, so she had season seats. So we actually go to, well, not in the last 2 years, but we used to go to 1 or 2 games a year, and it's an absolute joy to go watch a game live, even if I don't know a single player on the ice. But my other friend who lived across the street from us, he was a huge Ticat fan, and they had season seats, and his wife would sometimes not want to go. So I saw a dozen football games in the past 6 years. Right,
Wow.
we go to Iverwind and then over to Tim Hortons Field down there and watch the football game. And it was Toronto and Hamilton today, the semifinal to get who's going to the Grey Cup, and they're playing. I don't know who won, the Winnipeg or Saskatchewan or whoever played in the West. But the Grey Cup's going to be down the street next week. It's going to be at Tim Hortons Field, right in my own town. So it'll be big. Good for Hamilton.
Probably, especially since did they have a season last year? I don't think so.
I think a partial one.
Did he play that?
I don't know. I think or this year was a partial season. I'm not sure where the partial season came in, but they're having fun.
Well, trying to get back to normal. Trying.
Yeah, that's a big thing, though.
Yeah, that's what I was telling a colleague because I wrote an email to my team explaining what was happening with my uncle.
Right.
And I wrote it, and I at the bottom of my email, I wrote that I I was telling them because it's something that normally I would have told them in the office. If we were at the office,
Right.
I would have they would have seen that I wasn't feeling like very happy, and I would have tell them either uh, from the office one the people next to my office, or if I met them in the kitchen or at the office, or I have the water fountain right next to my 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 desk. So I would have I would have certainly said something. So that's and I told them, and some colleagues reply, "Oh, well, good to know." And you're totally right. We would have known, and you would have told us. And that's what I told them that. Yeah, it's like trying to get a sense of normality back, and it's been so long. It's been like almost 2 years
Yep.
since we've been away, and I'm having a hard time figuring out what is normal.
Yeah.
And is that the new normal?
I guess I don't know. We went out for dinner a couple weeks back with friends to a restaurant that we used to go to every single week back since we were 20. Because on Thursday I have the second entrees half price, so we're cheap Dutchmen. So we used to go there before all of us ran off and got married. Even after we got married, we go there a bit. But it was like Cheers. Like we knew the owner, we knew the waitresses and all that stuff. But I hadn't been there in 2 years, and so we went there the other day, and it was like it's amazing. You don't consciously think about it during the COVID crisis because you're so busy focused on the crisis. But it's amazing when I stepped foot into the restaurant that hadn't changed a bit since the last time I was there, except they put plexiglass between all the booths.
Yeah,
Right?
they're all
But it's like,
those plexiglass
yeah,
everywhere.
but it's like you miss this. You miss going out because like before it's like, oh, we'll just go out, right? When I'm out for dinner, let's go out tonight, right? And we couldn't do that for 2 years. It's like I don't feel like cooking. Let's go out tonight. And so Sandy and I used to have date nights, right? We would once a week or whatever, every so often, let's go out. And now we're not doing that. And it's like, and you try not to think about it, but then you start thinking about it. It's like, oh well, you do what you can, but it's like,
Yeah.
when is normal going to come back?
See, and what is normal gonna look like? Because there's seems to be another variant
Yeah, another one.
coming.
Yeah, I know.
So and there's some of the health officials are saying, well, maybe the vaccine we got, it won't be efficient enough against that variant or the next
Exactly.
variant. So yeah, when is it gonna end? When is it? When are
When's it
we
gonna?
going to go back to like
I want to get
living
off this ride.
normally,
I want this
living
ride to
without
stop. I want to
mask
get off.
and
I don't think that's ever going to happen again. I think that our new normal is going to be us as maybe a world population taking more cautions, like Japan and China, where they were wearing masks because it's just the
It's part
right
of your
thing to do,
culture.
especially if they have a cold, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah, but
I mean, yeah, it sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the whole world has brought us to this situation that we're in,
Yep.
and people who are refusing to do
Step up.
anything for it for themselves and others, well, it's either they die or we keep trying to put the band-aid over the band-aid over the band-aid over the band-aid.
Yippers.
well, right now, Jeff, I'm thinking the Band-Aid thing. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I have to be honest. I'm getting sick and tired of putting Band-Aids for people who don't want to take care of other people.
Yippers.
hey, dude, yeah, and just it's so the nature of this is that the educated are when I say the educated are fully aware of everybody in their surroundings, and we have a more health conscious mind when it comes to diseases and everything else.
Yippers.
But when it comes down to, I don't want to say this and be a dick, but I'm gonna say this and be a dick. When it comes to Bubba, who lives in the trailer park with his 3 kids with his Trump sticker on the goddamn front door, they don't care,
They don't, and they won't. No matter
and
how
they
much you
won't.
talk to them, they're not going to.
And even if you have a family member that passes away, they still will not care. And it's like, well, get that coronavirus from that bat that there got him. And it's like, dude, and you have to wonder, as a race of people, are we worth saving?
Yeah. In the end, we are, but in the end, we're gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, self-preservation only goes so far, but even if you have those people that are self-preservation, what? You know, it's crappy. You're seeing people being the animals that we really are, and seeing just the blind ignorance, or the
Blind adherence
blind,
to their ignorance. Yeah, it is
yeah.
what it is.
And some people still think that the vaccines are a conspiracy for Pfizer and the others that are just there to be like, oh yeah, they're just doing this to make money. They're doing it for free. You know?
Well, they are making money, but
Yeah.
they're making money because we need them to produce vaccine because we have a deadly disease spreading and being out of control in some cases and some areas. So
Yep. I mean, and then some people are able to go to other people's houses and pick up a trash can full of Lego.
You know, the trash can was
awesome.
long before COVID started, but yeah, I get your point.
No. I mean, just
no. They went to Value Village. He had a mask on,
Oh, definitely.
and he grabbed some.
And I'm gonna say this: I'm a very healthy guy. We grew up in this. Well, I won't say the country, but we grew up, and so I have a very healthy immune system, and I didn't get sick too much growing up. And my parents also were the kind of parents that you had to be bleeding out your eyes before you saw a doctor. Like a sniffle, you're going to school, like whatever, right? So, but overall, once or twice a year, I wake up with a cold, and as an adult, I would not want to infect anybody else, Michael. So I would stay home. I would say for the past 2 years, not one sniffle, not one cough, not one cold, not one flu, nothing, because I wear a mask everywhere. It's like,
yeah,
and you wash your hands frequently, and you don't see anybody outside of your home or
Now, on the flip side, I would imagine my immune system is saying, "Hey, we got our free vacation. We're not getting stressed at all, right?" So if there is a new normal at some future point, we take off the mask, my body's going to say, "You're an idiot. I'm going to be sick now for a month."
Yeah.
Probably.
It's like when new teachers go back to school
Exactly.
after a summer break and like, oh good, all of these children are here.
Yes.
Now I'm sick. Thanks.
Thanks, kids.
Yeah.
Hey,
And,
my wife is in the daycare business, and she used to be a teacher in the daycare, and now she's the manager, but she used to be like with the children, and the first 2 years she got sick all the time,
Yep.
because she would just catch on everything that the kids brought to the daycare. But after 2 years, she was immune to everything.
yeah.
What happens?
It's fun.
And that's why that's why I tell new parents, that colleagues that have young children, and they take them to daycare, and they say, well, he's getting sick all the time. Yes, because he's exposed to all kinds of viruses and disease that he didn't see before, and he's the first year is gonna be sick all the time, he's gonna sniff all the time, but
Yeah.
he'll get around. And
You'll get over it.
Well, it's that, and like it also builds up the immune system too, because like
yeah,
if you have a clean slate immune system and you get a cold, you're gonna get sick, and like with that, you build up the immune system, you build up the yada shmadas, and you're good to go. But this conversation could go on forever and ever, and we'd still just
I
be
like
the
it,
three
though.
guys. Yeah, the three guys going, man, people are dumb. Yeah.
I've been dumb at some points in my life. I really have.
Oh, same. Absolutely.
I've let some really good lots slip through my fingers. I didn't buy it. Every once in a while.
I actually, the one buy that I didn't do, and I regret to this day, is that one time I was walking into a Winners, and at the very front door they had a table with all kinds of toys, because it was around Christmas time, and they had the first UCS X-Wing
Okay.
box, everything, $100 Canadian. And at the time, I wasn't working, so money was like scarce, and so I looked at it. I said, "Oh, should I get it? Ah, nah, I don't have the money for it." And I walked by, and the week after, I came back, and of course it was gone. So that's the one set that I regret not getting,
And your
because
friend David.
just buying it and like sit on it for 6 months, I would have made my money and plus some.
And then your friend David from across the country was like, "Hey, I was in your neck of the woods the other day, and I went into Winners and check out what I got."
Look what I got. No,
Probably.
That actually happened
Sandy
to
and I
me.
moved in. We had the double income, no kids, and this is prior to OBB and all stuff. But we still were part of RTL Toronto, and RTL Toronto was still huge at the time. And on eBay, because Bricklink, I don't even think it existed. No, Brick. It was called Brick Bay back then. Brick Bay did exist, but there was an eBay auction for $4,000. A guy in Dundas, Ontario, so just down the street from me, had 52 totes, 52 Rubbermaid heavy-duty bins full of Lego, and he put it up on eBay for whatever, I think it was 2 weeks at the time, and he was asking $4,000 US, and nobody bid on it. And I stumbled across the eBay auction on the very last day that it was available to bid on, and I called up Sandy and I said, "Do you mind if I spend $4,000 today?" And she goes, "Whatever."
It's your money.
That's why I love my wife. And then so I started calling Jeff. I talked to Jeff and when I talked to Janie, because I didn't want to foot the $4,000 all by myself afterwards, right? I said, well, let's get a block party together, and you guys can
Yeah.
make what you want, I'll pay for it. And yet, I tried to get everybody involved, and nobody was getting back to me via email. And I actually sent an email to the guy who had the listing, and I found out he was in Dundas, and I said, "Oh, dude, like if it doesn't go, I'll come over with a $4,000 cashier check in my hand, right to you, so nothing goes to eBay." And he goes, "Well, if it doesn't go on eBay, I already have," and I can't remember what there's a huge Bricklink store in Ohio, and I can't remember what it was. It was e-auctions online or whatever. It was a Bricklink store, Brick Bay store at the time, and they're like bigger than the mess, like just a massively huge Bricklink store from Ohio. And they had contacted them the day before, and they said, if nobody buys it on eBay, we already have a cube van rented, and we already have it plugged into our GPS. We'll come up to you the day it's over, and we'll give you a $4,000 cashier check. So the guy says, if you don't want to bid on it, it's going to them, right? So by the time I got everybody to say yes, the auction had ended, and nobody bought it. So the guy sold it to the
Oh, damn it.
in Ontario, in Ohio. And I saw M-Tron, because he had some with the lids off. I saw M-Tron, I saw Blacktron, I saw old classic Lego, I saw everything in there. 52 totes for $4,000. I'm going, I should have just bought it for myself, right?
Yeah.
But no, and then I would have to have a bigger room, because there's no room in here for 52.
So
Jeff,
I was-
you were mentioning something.
So over the summertime, I had some awesome times, and I went to Atlanta, and I went to the Atlanta Brick Company for two things: to pick up the Ghostbuster Firehouse, which I did, which I'm happy about, and to pick up the monorail that they had.
Woohoo! Which one?
The town one, but I was going to space it up.
6399 is a good set.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm set. Everything's going to be cool. Monorail wasn't there. Okay. I get back home and I go to my lug meeting, and I swear to God, one of my lug members walks in holding that set in its box and is like,
No.
"Hey guys, I went to Atlanta Brick Company like 2 weeks ago, 1 week before me, and I picked up this monorail." And I'm like, "You son of a bitch!" And just like, I was so pissed off, and like the lug president looked over and like, "Jeff, what's going on?" And I was like, "That son of a bitch took my monorail."
He stole my set.
I was not happy, but such is life. Maybe one day. When I was at Brick Rodeo, Steve Jackson was selling a bunch of his Lego, and I was like, okay. And they had the Aquanaut base, so I bought that because I've always wanted that. And he also had monorail support packs.
Okay,
like
yeah, the
boxes.
accessory packs. There's two.
Yeah.
Accessory packs. He had 5 of them, and they were $700 a piece.
Ouch.
And I was like, well, 1, Emily's going to kill me if I do this, and 2, Emily was still going to kill me, and 3, I'll probably be going back to Arizona. So I didn't do it, but like I talked to his nephew Nathan, and Nathan and I built up a rapport with Nathan, so he was giving me deep discounts on stuff. And I was like, I tell you what, we're leaving Sunday. We're going to come down Sunday morning. If you have one left, what's the best that you can do for me on it? He's like, I already talked to Steve. We can bring it down to 200 for you. And I was like, okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
Sold. These are sealed, by the way. Sealed.
Right,
yeah. Wow. Sealed.
So I get down there. They are all gone. His booth is almost empty. There was 2 haunted houses. There was 2 M-Tron Who's It's, like the big ones, I can't think, the magnetizers, a Blacktron base, Blacktron everything, and it was like I don't know, it was like a ghost town at the booth, and I was like,
oh,
yeah, it was not a good time, but I still picked up the Aquanaut base. I still picked up the Sith Infiltrator, so. I'm happy. I was happy. It was a good trip. I also got Steve to sign my Munchkin box. So that's cool.
Yeah, but like missing out on that $200 set seal.
Yeah. You know what? I'm happy I missed out on it because that would have taken me down a road of like trying to find the monorail pieces, like the
Yeah,
monorail, like not the track because I would have had plenty of track, haha, but like the monorail, and that
yeah,
can get expensive real fast. So
especially right now
yeah,
because it
yeah.
goes the cheaper I've seen it is like 450 US or 400 US.
I wish I'd say my boxes, but I couldn't care. So
Yeah. Well, I
because
mean, the
there are two sets in my life that I walked into the store. I had no idea they were there, and I just the second I saw it, I put it in the cart and I walked to the cashier and I bought it and I went home. One was 6990. Like I hadn't even seen it before. Like I didn't know it existed yet, right? And I walked into
Mhm.
the store one time, and that came out in 1990 or before that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Futuron, so 80, whatever, 88, whatever. I walked into the store. I'm 20 years old. I have my job. I'm already making money. I have money in the bank account. I walked in, $150, not a problem. Yoink, take it all.
Right.
And then 9 years later, when the RCX again, didn't even know about it. Right, I didn't even know online Lego was online at all. I walked into a store, Toys R Us, one time. I was looking for a present for a nephew, whatever, and there's the RCX, big, huge box. RCX in there, a computer controlled. That's all I had to read. Yoink, grab it, take it to the checkout.
It's funny because I remember back in Chula Vista where I grew up, which is a suburb of San Diego. We went to this place called Fedco, and it was like this big department store. You know, before we just had Walmart and
Yep.
you
Yeah,
know,
Target.
so, yeah, right. Well, you guys still have Canadian Tire, so there's that. But
Yeah.
we get down there, and my dad is with me. It's one of the rare times that my dad is actually there because he's home on leave, and we're looking at Lego, and it's Christmas time / my birthday. December 31st is my birthday,
Okay.
so
Happy birthday coming
I
up.
was thank you, and I was sitting there, and I was like, okay, this is fine. And like young Jeff sees the monorail, sees the Futuron like
Monorail.
monorail, and I get excited. I start pointing at it. My dad's like, "Okay, no problem." He takes out his little notebook that he carried in his pocket and he wrote it down. And I was like, "Okay." And then Christmas time came, no monorail under the tree. And
Oh,
when I got home, I went home last week, and we were out in the garage and we were drinking beers and smoking cigarettes and cigars. I was like, "So whatever happened to that?" And he looked at me and he said, "Your mother didn't want you to get into trains."
That's not a train, it's a monorail.
I was like, "Dad," but he's like, "Oh, I know, son. I've seen him. I know, son." And he was like, "That's like the one thing that I regret not ever buying you for Christmas was that train." I was like, "It's a monorail,
wow.
Dad." He's like, "Whatever."
Whatever. That's nice too. Whatever.
Uh,
It's funny too because like
So you have to blame your mom for that one.
right.
yeah, that's a tough one though because like being just slightly older, I just bought it myself because again my
Yeah.
parents stopped buying me like when I was 13, so I started buying my own, and so I had no qualms at all dropping 150 bucks on a monorail at the time.
Well, I'm not even 40 yet, so keep that in mind.
And it's funny too because like and then I'm waiting because the 6990 just had the little loop and that was it, the ramps and the loop, and then
Yeah.
if you bought the airport one, it had two loops, and it was like, do I actually want the
Two?
639 because I wasn't in the
Yeah.
town at all, right?
Yeah.
So and then I found out that they're bringing out the accessory packs the year after, and so I bought two of those original, which is just another loop, but it's just more track. And then I bought the two with the switches. I bought two copies of the switch track that came out the year after, and I was done to my 20s. But then when I was garage sailing, I'd find more monorail. And then eBay showed up, and I found lots of monorail before people realized that Lego was money. And I was getting tons of monorail for stupid
And
cheap.
before people realized that Lego wasn't gonna make any more monorail tracks or
Right.
monorail at all. So
And then Michael Shields, when I worked for him at Lasting Toys, he had a bin of monorail from his because he's at a Lego store, and he says the lawyers told him that he couldn't put the monorail track up in his store because if it fell off and hit somebody in the head, he'd lose the store. So he had this. He knew it because he knows where the space layouts at the BrickFet and stuff. And he goes, I'll sell it to you, and it's like a bin. And I go, and we agreed on the price. So I got stupid amount of monorail now. Not like
Yeah.
Dave Eaton stupid, because Dave Eaton will put everybody to shame on the planet how much monorail he has. But I have enough. So a lot of mine has gone yellow because I had it on display for so long in my house. But yeah, I don't care. So
Yeah, I mean,
I'll break bread it someday. So Jeff, if you're missing pieces, you just let me know.
I'm good. I've always I don't know, like I don't like need to say this, but like I've always there hasn't been like anything that I've like really FOMO'd for before, like fear of missing out. Monorail's about it, and like even then, you know, like it's one of those things, and it's just I wish that I could do it, but like
mine's a Black Sea Barracuda because honestly, it is. Like I'm not a pirate guy, but that was such a gorgeous looking set.
Right?
Straight up, the picture in the box, everything about the Black Sea Barracuda screamed, "Buy me," and I just couldn't buy it because it was outside
And
what
you,
I was
you you
interested
didn't buy the first edition, and you didn't buy the
in.
second
Didn't buy
edition
any of
either.
them. Did not buy any of them. I
Wow,
just got
Dave, you had
by it.
you had two chances. Lego gave you
Oh,
two chances to get that set.
Sylvie, I do have some self control. Not too much. If
Some.
we're talking about sets that I wanted to buy, the Black Sea Barracuda, and I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. I know there's a few over the years that I really wanted. I could have gone into modular buildings. I only bought the first two, and they're in a box. I don't care. I have an ISD right there in box that I got
Well,
off of Jason Allen.
modular building or collecting is quite expensive because
Well,
you're
so
looking at
Technic,
the
right?
set right now. It's
I
like,
stopped after the 8448. I never bought another Technic big set after the 8448, like the red supercar. Because I said it just every year they put out one and it's like $200, $150. I'm not gonna keep up with this. I'm not. And so
Yeah.
the Unimog shows up, and I'm going, oh man, I really want the Unimog, but no, didn't bother. I didn't buy the Bugatti. I didn't buy the Porsche. I didn't buy any of them. Right? Because let's focus on the classic space. So,
Right.
that's it.
well, it leaves you more money to get used sets or
Yeah,
use lots
used
and
lots.
or bags at the the Value Village.
What is Value Village?
Well,
It's
a
it's
thrift
like
store.
it's a thrift store, but it's actually a commercial thrift store because people will donate their like clothes or whatever stuff to charities. Charities will bring it over to Value Village, who will give them like a price for the whole lot,
We don't get any
and
prices.
Value Village resells all that stuff to people, but at a markup from what they paid for. So
Yeah, and they hire people who otherwise can't really be employed. They are a charity themselves. Overall, they contribute to charities, and they hire people that other people wouldn't hire. Um, and we drop stuff all the time. Like Sandy and I are always downsizing something, and Josh's old clothes, whatever, and we will get a 20% discount card. So it's a goodwill, but I find a little better than a goodwill.
yeah, but the thing is that there's a private company behind Value
Yeah,
Village.
there's a
It's
private
not
company behind it. There is a guy, but they do donate a lot.
they do make profits and
They do make profits. It's not a nonprofit. It's not a
yeah,
nonprofit.
because over here in Quebec we have an organization called Renaissance, who are like Value Village, but it's a non-profit. So
Like the Salvation
and
Army.
yeah, but they specialize in uh, putting people back into the workforce.
Oh, there you go.
They all the people they hire are people that haven't found a job in quite a while or on social security or and they hire them, they train them, they build up their resume, in order for them to get real jobs afterwards, and reintegrate society and in a more
Nice.
productive way. So,
Nice.
and it's a non-profit. So everything you donate to them, and every bit of so you donate that directly to them. They have stores that you can buy stuff really really cheap. So that's helping the community, because if you need clothes and you don't have a lot of money, you can go there and
Oh, it's like Goodwill. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a Goodwill, but
Mhm.
more than that, all the bitsy profit that they do make goes into training their employees and keep putting them back into the workforce.
So that way
So
Dave can. That way non-French Dave can justify buying $100 worth of value market bags. And it's like, oh, I'm helping the community.
And anything they don't sell, they pack up and they ship to overseas to people who need it over there.
Yeah.
For free.
That's-
It's all the clothes. They have a rotation. They have the right stickers, and when the colors get too old on the sticker, they take it off the shelf and they ship it.
but the best time to go at Value Village is around Halloween time,
Oh, for sure.
because they over time they have built up this model that you go to Value Village and they're gonna find you a costume for Halloween, no matter the costume. So
Yeah, you can
because
do steampunk pretty easy there.
yeah,
Oh,
and
was thinking, like, the best
I
time to be there.
used to do medieval reenactments, and
Oh, you were part of the
I would
SCA?
go buy fur coats there to rip apart and just
Yeah.
get the fur for, capes. And
Wait, French Dave, were you part of the SCA?
no, I wasn't. It was
Oh,
like
okay.
a small reenactment. Our stories were based all on the Arthurian legend.
Oh, okay. Nerds.
Aren't we
Yes,
all,
of
though?
course.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
In the end, even
Hey,
Josh.
it says on my Facebook page in French, but it says I used to be a geek before it was cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I played Dungeons and Dragons in high school. Yeah, you can't get much geekier than that. Played Lego and Dungeons and Dragons. Love Star Trek.
hmm
I wore it on my sleeve. I never hid from it. I wasn't like a closet geek. I was an out and out geek.
Yeah, I never. That's one thing that like my friends always did. Like they kept their nerdiness to themselves,
Nope, couldn't be bothered.
and I was just like meh.
This is it.
Like I remember looking at there's the old Star Trek magazine. That was like the Star Trek magazine. It was. And I remember just like reading through that at lunch, and like people were making fun of me and stuff, and I was like, okay,
Whatever.
I'm gonna go back to learning about the Enterprise B now. Not that anyone cares. Maybe I'll have something to tell you on Tuesday. I don't know. Hey. Good times.
Oh, it was a good time, and I had lots of friends, or some friends that were as geeky as I was. Like I liked
Oh, yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons, but I wasn't hardcore like they were.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying Mazes and Monsters hardcore, but they were pretty close.
Oh,
I
God.
played one or twice Dungeon and Dragon,
Oh, we played for 4 years. We had a
but
club in high school.
I like I said, I played one or two times, but hey, Jeff got
There
home.
it is.
Hello.
Hello, you look
Hey
tired.
there.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Is your
That
sister
was-
exhausting? Is that what you're
that
trying to say?
was-
That's what I was going to say. Was it Yvonne? Did she exhaust you?
No, I drove through a snowstorm twice.
Oh,
Oh,
I got ahead of it, I think. I don't know. But then I got into it again. Like, it was just horrible.
why did you get into it again?
Because of the way I drove. I don't know. It's probably the same storm. I got out of it for a little bit. And then it started, like, I went from
there was a storm that was in between Jeff's house and Yvonne's house, and
pretty much.
Jeff just drove
Lake
through it
effect.
twice.
Lake Ontario is between Jeff's house and Yvonne's house.
So my house is here. My sister's house is here. There's a lake between us.
The big lake.
So I have to basically go
They
up and
call it
around.
the Great Lake.
Yeah. Anyway.
See, the dog loved my joke.
Hey,
I
dude,
like
dude.
that. The dog liked my joke.
So yeah, my neck is really sore. But I mean, basically, I was falling behind snowplows for the first 30 minutes, and then slow-moving vehicles for the rest of the time. And I mean, I was moving slow too, so
Yeah.
it's understandable. But
Well, yay, Jeffy's here.
I'm
Yeah.
glad that you made it home safe.
But you got a good
Thank you.
practice that driving into snow, so you'll be good for Alabama.
If the weather's like that, I'm leaving a day earlier. Right, I've already decided that long ago. But of course, that might
Whoop.
that might screw up. Sorry, I'm tired. That might screw
Oh, it's
up,
okay.
like if I have to get a test done before I leave, that might screw all that stuff up too, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll figure it
What, before you leave?
out. Well,
Before
before
you leave from the States.
before I cross the border into the States, I see
They're
them.
talking about that right now?
Well, they're doing it for air travel right now. You have to have a COVID test before you travel pretty much anywhere.
Well, yeah.
So I don't know if they'll apply that. I mean, it's what I was going to say 3 weeks away, but no, it's more than that, thankfully.
5.
5 weeks.
5 weeks.
5 weeks, 2 days, because I leave
5
on
weeks.
Tuesday. Although,
5
yeah.
weeks.
But I mean,
I saw the vid.
I'm waiting for parts now. I have everything pretty much built except for the keep. To the point
And
where
some of the towers, I saw some of the towers aren't finished, but
yeah,
we're-
and that's what I need. I need 1x3 bricks for that, and hopefully they'll be here this week. I might build some of the sub assemblies that go above, like in between all those bricks, so I can just have everything built. But
well,
yeah.
you're getting there.
Yeah, I am. I still have to decorate this area here, obviously, too, and all that stuff. But
Have you decided to on the coastline or?
no, not yet. I have enough blue plates to put along that edge. Probably not. I think I'm just going to keep it green and just put a jousting arena in that gray section, jousting area. Like basically make it a fair or some kind of tournament or something.
Yeah.
But that's my thoughts. I don't know.
Tournaments of champions.
But now my dark grays. That's how many dark grays I have left. So after building all those castle walls, so I might have to order some more of those. I didn't get any of those last round because I thought, I think I have enough. But then I changed the ratio on the walls because the lower, like when I started putting one wall on top of the other, the lower wall, which was built having all the extra brick, it was just grab out of a mixed bin and just put them in. So there was more dark gray in those bins than there was light gray. So the bottom half of my wall was looking more like it had more dark gray in it. The top half was less, and I'm like, okay, that doesn't look right. So basically, well, in that area right there, because it's such a high wall, it was obvious. So. But so did my sister tell you that she was building?
No.
She was trying to figure out what to do. Well, she was like I brought the waterfall over to her place because she wanted to try and play with it and see what kind of water techniques we could get. So I'm pulling up a picture, but I'm going to zoom in, sis. Don't you worry. I'll zoom in on her head. No, I'll zoom in. Here, I'll just share this. I'm just zooming on your hand, sis. I'm assuming she is there. I see her texting or messaging things.
Yep.
Share screen. Share. Boom. So she's playing around. I sat there and watched her like play around with the net thing for the waterfall and realize how hard it is to work with that. Did you guys ever see Deborah Higdon's dress that she made years ago?
Yes.
Jeff, you might not have it. I'll pull up an image of that quickly too. Deborah Higdon is one of our builders in Ottawa, and
A great builder.
yeah,
Wow.
she built amazing stuff. She's actually just created a group called Lego Math, and she's been slowly inviting people to it. Log in. You're asking me to log into Flickr? What the what? Do you not know who I am, computer? Anyways.
Computer.
Hello, computer.
Log me in.
Keyboard.
Log
Oh,
me in,
wait.
Uh,
Transparent aluminum. Aye, laddie.
why did she spell
That's
my
the
name with a
ticket.
G-E? I'm not
Computer?
American.
You'd be Richard behind the.
Bring me Flicker.
Admiral, there'd be whales here. My second favorite Star Trek movie.
One with the whales?
The one with the whales. Because it's just fun. Straight up. It's just.
Will Wheaton?
Pardon?
Will Wheaton?
No, whales.
No. The Star Trek 4.
Whales.
Yeah.
Oh, Star Trek 4.
Yeah.
No, yeah, The Way Home.
Yeah, it's just fun. It was just fun watching them all having fun.
Where is it?
That's where Nimoy was there. That's the one Nimoy was directing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the Star Trek 5 was the one with Shatner directing, and it was awful.
It's not worth talking about. Woo! Yeah, I remember that.
Look, man.
So
Star Trek 5 had its high points, okay?
It had some really good points. I'm going to say that. There was some really decent points in Star Trek 5.
like when it ended? I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I haven't seen it in a very long time.
I mean, you're not
Yeah,
wrong.
the opening credits were good, and the ending was.
No, there's some really good Star Trek ideas in there. Like I really do appreciate the in-depth look at McCoy's life and how he had to end his dad's life and how much that impacted on him. And
Yeah.
Spock. I mean, we all knew that Spock's relationship with Sarek was strained anyway. But seeing how human, I mean, I thought there was some really good character development, some good world building, but the rest of the story with God in the center of the universe, I mean, what does God need with a starship? Like, it was okay. The CGI was bad. Although I will say, sorry, Jeff, I will say when the shuttlecraft's going towards the Enterprise and the moon's in the background, that was a perfect scene. Like, I was one of my favorite scenes of all Star Trek movies. And I thought even the reflection on the windshield, I thought that was just gorgeous Star Trek. Because I love 1701A. It's my favorite starship out of the entire franchise. And so when they do it right, it looks great. Anyway, sorry, Jeff, go on.
I'm just typing to my sister in chat. And of course, my language is, I spelled build with an N instead of with an N. Anyways, so Deborah made, using the same, like I'm using the nets as a technique, like putting the plates in the nets and stuff. So she made a little purse here out of Lego. But then she showed up at her event wearing
A Lego dress.
out of nets, tiles, 1x1 rounds, and the boat studs. And it took me 2 hours to take apart 3 sections of net and change the color from like trans light to clear. And it took me 2 hours while I was watching a stream. I was just sitting here doing it. And she built a whole dress. And not only that, then she goes to Denmark. She builds a purse that's Danish. But then she goes to Denmark and builds a Danish dress.
She's awesome.
Changes the dress or Canadian dress to Danish dress.
She's awesome.
So she either built 2. I mean, it probably wouldn't have taken a lot to switch that out, like take away the Canadian flag and switch it out. But anyways, and then she built an Italian flag one, not dress, but the purse.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Canadian on one side, Italian on the other. She's cheated. Anyway.
Both nice.
Anyway, we should get her on one day. I
Sure.
think I asked her years ago, but so yeah, it's ice raining outside now. So I drove through ice rain twice. I drove through rain once. I drove through snow 3 times. And the roads
And
are
Jeff
horrible.
told me, Jeff reminded me that I actually,
Jeff is going, what kind of Canadian weather is this?
Oh no, I'm like, this is regular. This is a regular day, but
No,
You
I
know,
mean just Jeff.
oh, just Jeff. Yeah.
Jeff is going, did they get all that in one day? Yeah. We get all that in 1 hour, actually.
Yeah, and it's ice raining now, but it's going to be raining a little bit probably.
That's why I don't live in Laval, Provence.
Yeah. Well, Dave, you're a little lower than me too, so you're probably just getting the rain.
It was not raining. I was on the barbecue earlier, but it could be raining now.
Well,
Yeah, so
over here they were forecasting ice rain for the night, but tomorrow it's just rain and
That's
plus
fantastic.
6, so it's just gonna melt away. So
Yeah. I think my sister fell asleep. Oh, and hi, Nick Gurr. I just saw you were on there. I'm just catching up on chat because.
Yeah, because I didn't even.
yeah, we didn't bother about with chat.
I'm a bad host.
Sorry, guys.
because I don't know how to actually start the broadcast. Jeff had to tell me that I had to start the broadcast because I did not know that.
Yeah,
So,
I guess
thanks, Jeff.
there was something like that.
And then I'm posting as you, so somehow I logged in as you. So when I post,
Well, it's because you've logged. Did you ever create your other account?
I don't know.
I sent you a link. I
know you did.
So you probably have to log out of StreamYard as me and log in, and then go connect as with your own email address.
Yeah. So someday, not
yeah,
now.
Someday.
Yeah, no. Because like I'm gonna say, yeah, I tried, and this was an interesting experience. But
Rick did it.
Well, we're here.
I mean, come on, Rick did it. No,
Rick's a smart guy, though.
Is he?
I don't know.
He's more tech savvy. He's more tech savvy than David.
He knows how to hit the like button. I obviously do not.
Actually, he didn't. His first stream that he did with Brett using my channel, he had no idea. They started talking, and then a little while later, it's like, "Are we live?" And then he ended up starting the live.
I'm gonna mention about the laughing because just Jeff, my speakers are loud enough. My wife was sitting outside watching TV in the other room.
Hi, Sandy.
And I don't know if she's there now, but I was talking for a good 20 minutes vamping before people came into the stream, like just vamping, regaling them of like old sets and whatever, just talking about whatever. And then Jeff joins. He goes, Dave, you have to hit the live button. And Sandy just busts the gut outside. She's like, you've been talking for 20 minutes on your own. Nobody's ever seen that.
That's awesome. StreamYard might actually be recording it. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway. But who knows?
So that's fine.
My sister's gone AWOL. She must have fallen asleep. She probably stayed awake-ish until I got home.
To make sure you got home?
Yeah, because she was worried.
And I wasn't even, I completely forgot that there's a chat feature in this thing, so it wasn't even displayed until like halfway through before you got home, and then going, oh, I forgot to say hi to everybody. So hi everybody. I'm a bad host.
Yeah, I was worried that because my sister texted me at about 9:03. Sorry, Jeff, go ahead. We can't hear you though because you're muted. That's why I interrupted you.
So, Mr. Blue was wondering if we'd put up our Christmas decorations yet. That was
his first question. I didn't see it till half an hour later, and yes, we did.
Is he still around? Oh no.
No, I actually didn't. I was supposed to tonight, but when I got home, my youngest was sleeping, so we didn't
all
get
your hired
around
help
to it.
was gone.
Yeah. But we're planning to do this week, either on a school night or probably next weekend. But
yeah,
my youngest has been bugging me about Christmas decorations. We don't have a Christmas tree yet. How come? We're gonna have a Christmas tree because Santa is coming and we don't have a Christmas tree. Okay.
All right, okay. Yeah.
I have two teenagers, so I don't think they're gonna help me put the tree up, but I'll probably do it tomorrow or Tuesday maybe. I haven't gotten the Christmas lights outside though because I've been waiting for a good warm day, or at least a day where it's. Oh, Dave just lost his camera. A day where it's not that cold out, and we haven't had it in the past 2 days since I've had time. So, but I don't know. I might just cheat and put some lights in one of the trees outside my house as opposed to putting them on the roof. We'll see. So
sorry, guys. I had to plug in my phone because I was running out of batteries.
Oh, I have to put up Christmas decorations as my parents will be here this year. So.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So gotta do that, and I'm not even mad about it. I'm like, all right, finally get to bust out the Christmas decorations.
Because you usually don't, Jeff?
I'm a Scrooge when it comes to Christmas for the most part. So like.
No, it's okay. You don't have kids. You just you and Emily. So.
We put up a tree. Like that's the extent.
Yeah.
And even then, it's like, are we really gonna keep doing this? So. But this year I get to get out the old inflatable wiener dog elf, put him out front, and do it up, as it were. And with the train set that my dad gave me, I'm gonna put that around the tree, and
that looks great, by the way. He looks fantastic.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. So it's gonna be a good time. I'm building a Lego Christmas village I'm just throwing some buildings together and making it look like a downtown thing, like maybe a
Oh.
Christmas float. But just yeah, I'm kind of excited.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I don't have a Christmas village in Lego, but I do put up Lego decorations in my tree. So,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
every year I try to add another decoration.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got a couple of sets to build still for this year for Christmas decorations for the tree. But
Emily and I, our theme for our Christmas tree, since we met through gaming, is gaming like merch. So like this year we got an NES controller that will hang up. Last year it was a Mario. So stuff like that.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah, try to remember. Also, I remembered how to transform my DeLorean Gigawatt into the DeLorean.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw you with the Ghostbusters one a few minutes ago, and I was thinking it was your Transformer, but then I'm like, no, you said you never changed the back.
Yeah, I don't usually, but I was sitting here and I was like, man, it kind of bothers me that I don't remember how to do this. But
I haven't transformed my Transformer in a while, so I don't remember.
there's a Top Gun one out there, and there's also a Jurassic Park 2-pack coming too.
Oh, cool.
And I really want the Jurassic Park one. We'll see what happens.
Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies of all time. Easy.
Yeah,
Not even
same.
competition.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so perfect. There's not a scene that would change.
I would crap my pants if they made a spinner from Blade Runner Transformer,
Okay.
and I'd be like, "This is the greatest day ever" because I would have one. Blade Runner is my favorite movie of all time.
I like Blade Runner, and I love the mocks that people build from Blade Runner, the cars and stuff from Blade Runner. They do a good job in that. That should be a ideas kit. But whatever.
But wasn't it suggested put on Lego Ideas? Then it reached like 10,000 voters.
I think the movie's just too dark for them to actually produce a set for. Like it's a dark.
Because I remember somebody like, well, maybe a mistake, but I'm remembering somebody putting up a spinner on Lego's Ideas, and I don't know if it reached 10,000 voters, but
I think it's like trying to get a movie from Starship Troopers. That's just not going to do it because it's such a violent movie, and Blade Runner is such a dark. It's an adult movie, so it's like, although so is Iron Man, so whatever.
Well, not that one. Let's see what. I'm looking on ideas right now. We're trying to see. I don't see. There is one, but it doesn't look like the actual spinner.
oh,
It's weird.
I know every so often somebody will release a good spinner with all the new pieces, and it looks more and more accurate all the time.
Oh, and this is just a fictional flying car. They actually didn't build the blue vehicle. Okay, let me just type in Blade Runner here. Share screen. When I type in Blade Runner, this is what I'm getting for hits.
So you get a lot of blades,
a
lot of runners, but not a lot of blade
runners.
Yeah, it's weird. More. Oh, maybe did they maybe get rid of it? Because maybe I'm wondering if these are just active projects. Expired ideas. Grid Runner.
Well, maybe it was
I got this far down. Blacktron Blade Carrier, Dave.
Oh, that's beautiful, actually.
Well, you have to make that now.
No.
Oh, Dave, come on. Stop flexing and do some creative stuff.
Okay, not approved. So this will be all the 10,000s. Avatar. Really? That's all the ones that are approved that had... I guess there wasn't. And are they even...
I was mistaken. Sorry.
No, I'm not saying I'm not shunting you for it or anything.
But I do recall I thought it was in ideas years ago. But I mean,
Yeah, I thought that sounded logical to me. Achieve support. Sorry, no results found. I spelt Blade Runner right. I'm not that tired.
No. You're good.
Yeah. There we go. And hey, Dave, by the way, apparently I'm still watching one of your videos. What's Left to Sword? I haven't actually watched it yet. But
Which one? The
What's
one
Left
he's
to Sword?
flexing?
Oh no! Well, did he post a new one? I haven't seen.
Yeah, he posted a new one when he's flexing again. You
He's
flexer.
he's preparing to
and
flex.
Dave's mad at me for it.
No, I'm not mad. I'm just jealous.
It's jealous.
Well, I mean, Brickmania came out with a spinner from Blade Runner, but they had to call it something else.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was $300, which no.
$300. Ouch.
Oh, hey, Samir. Passing by, saying hello.
So, Jeff, what is the net method that you're talking about for your waterfall?
Oh, I don't know if we actually took a photo. Let me just see. Well, I can pull up an older photo. That will work.
Because the one that you posted it looked great.
So this is basically it's a mesh. The waterfall's upstairs, so I can't grab it because I just ran into the house. So it's basically the net, the black net, and on the back of it are the boat studs. You know the 2x2 rounds that have the little the curve on the bottom, and basically you basically interlace, like you connect the nets by 2 studs on each half of the net or each net through those boat studs. So it's just 1x1 rounds on top.
It looks really good.
So this is like 3 nets worth, and they're just all tied together by boat studs. And
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, but I'm trying. Obviously, that doesn't look right. So I had it originally as blue, and then I had it as light blue, and then it didn't look right. So my sister said, "Oh, try white." Or the clear. So I went to that. Now we're working on an idea of multiple colors mixed in, like different types of whites and blues and stuff and mixed in. So,
Cool.
But yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah.
Sorry, my neck is sore as anything.
Yeah, you're looking pretty spent. We should probably call this a day here pretty soon.
But it's a chat. I don't want to.
Yeah, I know.
I'm late. I'm gonna watch my own chat when tomorrow.
Well, I'm sorry for any problems I caused for it. So there you
go. No,
Jeff rescued me, and I thank you for that, Jeff.
Well, yeah, I do too. Because my sister, it was like 9:03. My sister texted me while I was driving, and she's like, "Is there a chat? Are they doing it?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm driving." And then I didn't hear anything back, and all I'm seeing are these conversations because I have Android Auto in the car. So all I'm seeing is Canadian Brick Builders, like a bunch of discussion going on. I'm like, what's going on? And then finally I'm like, I bet you someone is either Dave couldn't figure it out and you're trying to work through it, or they've started a live and haven't actually started the live.
No, the messages was actually me saying to Dave, I'm coming, I'm just putting my youngest one to sleep. I'm gonna be in
20 minutes, nobody, so there you go.
Yeah. So
yeah. Pick this piece up in Valley Village. I gotta get like a dozen of these now.
Yeah. I used the tan one for a while.
There's a tan?
Yep.
What was that from?
Lego set.
My castle. Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
Dimensions. This is the base plate on the Dimensions.
Yeah, the tan one is from the Harry Potter one, I believe, or the Ghostbusters one. I don't remember.
Okay.
But I basically used that piece right in this area.
All right, because they had the expansion pack that came with the.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I just basically, it's tan, so I just basically used the piece there, and now I've got a two brick deep hole there to
That's fantastic. That's brilliant, Jeff.
So, but this picture's old. I should take new pictures.
You're going to build like the infrastructure of the well, right? Like the little wooden things on the side. That
I am. I just placed that on top just for now.
And you're like the Lassie dog right beside it, right? Like what, Lassie? The Timmy fall on the hill?
No, I'm not going to put a dog that for a TV show that I heard of but never watched.
We never watched Lassie.
I'm young.
Jeff, you're supposed to put Easter eggs in your display for kids and adults to say, "Oh, look, there's Lassie on right next to the well."
If I knew what kind of dog Lassie was, but then we'll bypass that for now. If say I hypothetically put this Lassie in there, if one kid says, "Oh, look, there's Lassie,"
Yeah,
I would be surprised.
I'd say it.
Yeah, one kid.
Well, I mean, we're big kids.
Not one.
yeah. You're supposed to aim for adults too, because adults also visit your display.
I'm just gonna say I had to explain who Buster Crabbe was to one of my best friends, and I'm going, how do I have to explain who Buster Crabbe is to you? Like I get that he was not dead, but he was basically done acting when I was born. But the guy was Flash Gordon, he was Buck Rogers, and he was like all these people back in the 40s and 50s, and I watched them all growing up.
You don't even know who Buck Rogers is, Jeff?
Okay, did you guys watch the reboot of 1979 with Aaron Gray and Jill Gerard?
Yes. Yes, I did.
There's that one scene in the first season, because there's only 2 seasons, where Buck Rogers is in a dogfight with the bad guys, with Patricia Hemsley, bad people, with Tiger Man.
The original Buck Rogers, he flies in like
and the old guy flies in, and Buck Rogers says, "Hey, buddy, thanks for showing up. You're fantastic." And he goes, "I was doing this before you were born." That's Buster Crabbe. He played
I know.
Buck Rogers. It's like the best scene in the history of television. It's like it was such an homage to. It's like you watch Family Ties, and then you watch what was the Alan Thicke one? With Kirk Cameron. What was that show? That's
Growing Pains.
And then Moonlighting was after. I knew that, right? And there was that one episode where little Ben is talking about his favorite TV show, and he goes, "Oh, I love that TV show that's between Family Ties and Moonlighting, the one with the cute blonde kid in it." And I'm going, "That's so brilliant! Like it's fourth wall breaking." I love it when they break the fourth wall. Anyway, I love that.
Dobby does not.
And so does the dog. So there you go.
He does not.
Dobby's not a fan.
He's very unhappy. He's not a fan of this. No. Jeez. Oh, so I bought new Hot Wheels today.
Cool. What'd you get?
2 Batmobiles. I'll be right back.
I didn't buy anything today. No, I didn't buy. Oh no, that's not true. I bought a bunch of Lindor chocolate.
And you didn't bring me any. You drove past my house to get home, right?
Okay. Are you using the book of geography that my sister uses? Are you using the same map app that my sister has? I'm driving to Toronto. It's like, oh, my sister, years ago, I was like, oh, I'm driving down to Toronto today. She's like, oh, are you going to stop by my house? I'm like, my house, Toronto, your house.
I thought she lived in St. Catharines.
No, my dad lives in St. Catharines.
Oh, where's
my sister lives in Barrie.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, you won't drive past my house. And I thought she lived in St. Catharines.
No, if I went to go visit my dad, I would have. Yeah. So.
No, I'm just picking on you.
Well, no, you're just really bad at. No, you're not bad at geography. Yes, you were assuming you were at a different location.
So you bought chocolate, Jeff?
Yeah, well, I usually try and get some Lindor chocolate for Christmas, like the Lindor, the Lindor. So,
yeah.
So I can't find them.
You bought them, but you can't find them?
What happened?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I also got this guy for free today. So, I mean, at the store. So,
cool.
Did something.
You'll remember where they are later.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I don't have a lot of them or anything.
They came in the house, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think I was showing Emily them and I put them somewhere and I was like, yeah, they're gone forever now.
Well, find them on the right.
Yeah, I've done that with Lego bins recently. It's like I put something down. It's like 10 minutes later. Oh, I need that bin. Where is it? Because I have so many different bins.
Where did I put that bin? Yeah.
Found him.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh, look in the bucket.
So this is the movie edition. Like I have like 4 of these, but they're all on blue cards.
Batman versus Superman one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one is fun.
Since Dave's not doing it. There we go.
This is one of my
Cool.
favorite Batmobiles, second to the Keaton Mobile.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a Batmobile and not a goddamn tank. And then this thing that I've never seen before.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's got that clear canopy, and then it's got the 89 canopy in the back that you could switch out.
Okay.
And if I were someone that opened my Hot Wheels, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But
Well, you don't.
Say hi to Emily for me.
You can't hear you, Jeff.
Well, yeah, you can. He just muted himself. He didn't mute
I mute
us.
myself, yeah. So what'd you say, though? I'm sorry.
Oh, I just said say hi to Emily for me.
Oh, will do. Canadian Jeff says hi. She says hello.
Today in that Discord channel, there were some bracelets that were posted. Was that her building them or making them?
Yeah.
Okay, I assume so, but I don't know anybody's name in that, so I was like trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
So.
she is Mithara. I think that my name is Jeff in there.
Yeah, well, you invited me, so I knew who you were because it said, yeah.
Yeah.
But
yes, there's a super secret nerd Discord that we're all part of. So.
Are either of you two on Discord? No, I mean I have a Discord channel too, but I'm the only one subscribed to it.
Yeah.
But just because I don't know anybody else on Discord, really.
Now you do. Now you have a group of intellectuals.
There's an Ontario Brick Builders Slack channel as well. I created years ago.
There's a Toro Lug Slack channel too that I never go to. But there's a lot of these things that I just don't have time for, and I feel bad.
Yeah, I mean it's like mostly that's just like how we sort of all keep in contact with one another with just whatever.
Yeah.
If Don and I need to like go hang out or something, we just call each other. But I mean, besides that, it's where we post like some stuff that we're working on, and like you saw what Kirk posted, which is his new his figures for his reviews that he's been doing.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw people were posting figures and stuff, and I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yep, it's just like a little nerd like thing, so it's fun.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, any way we can connect.
That's right.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
Well, I think most of us are from Oklahoma in there because it's just like the D&D crew. Yeah, and my sister's there, but she's not from Oklahoma. Kirk is there, he's not. And then now we're international with Jeff Van Winden.
Woo! And I can always be kicked out. Speaking of connecting, I did something geeky today.
What'd you do?
Yesterday.
Did you make the Google?
No, I bought just because I'm building here, and I'm always having to look over at my screen, so I put another screen on the other corner. Like I just bought a VGA or the old computer adapter. Is that VGA, Dave?
The what?
The original blue computer monitor.
Three rows of that's VGA.
Yeah, so I just bought like a 1 VGA to 4 splitter.
Oh,
because they didn't have a 1 to 2. Oh, hey, dude, still here.
Oh, hey, man.
But,
hey, I have a question about that. So I want to set up my other monitor, and I have no idea how to do it. I have an HDMI cord.
And your
do you have an HDMI
your
cord on your
machine has 2 video outs?
It does, but one of them is not HDMI.
Doesn't matter. What is it?
Okay.
Does it look like a large USB with a cut corner on it? Because that's DisplayPort, which is what most things are these days.
Yeah.
It's very easy to go to Best Buy and buy a DisplayPort to HDMI converter.
Okay.
Or Amazon.
Or Amazon.
Whatever. And then you just use an HDMI. But if the monitor itself has DisplayPort, because most monitors come with DisplayPort and HDMI now, just use the DisplayPort cable.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can get in, snap a picture of your video card and the other monitor, like both monitors, and we can look at it that way too.
Well, I mean, the other monitors. Give me 1 second. I gotta turn my camera off so you don't see Emily as she is laying in bed, and I don't want that to be the thing.
That's fair.
So, like,
this ain't that kind of show.
No, ain't that kind of show. But that's the other monitor.
Okay. Yep. Over there.
Yes, it's a giant TV.
So it's newer. Well, it's HDMI.
Oh well, it probably has an HDMI cord on that.
Definitely, it has an HDMI port on it. Then so DisplayPort to HDMI adapter.
Okay.
Just run an HDMI cable over.
Yeah. So So, drop a picture of your back of your computer graphics card just to be safe, and before you buy an adapter, right?
I'll talk to you guys about it first before I make any
Yeah.
permanent decisions.
Yeah, I'm running technically 4 monitors, just because I shared one or split one, or hooked up. But I'm running 4 monitors here, or 3 monitors here.
That's nuts, Jeff.
Well, this is also my work setup, so I mean, I have.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like to have a separate computer for streaming and stuff, and actually have it sitting over there. But I need to get my hands. Well, I haven't had the money to buy a PC. I've been too busy buying Lego.
Well, you could get a Chromebook.
Yeah, I don't know that Chromebook can work with. I use Excel and stuff too. So I mean, I could use the Google. I could probably use Microsoft 360 and stuff.
You could.
But yeah, I don't know. One of these days I'll do it. But I do like Windows PCs because that's what I'm used to.
That's what
Chromebooks are so much cheaper right now.
Yeah, well, I actually have my son's old Chromebook. I'm trying to think if it's actually down here. No, I think it's upstairs. And I kind of set it up one day and then I just walked away from it. But it's finding the time to get things set up, right? So.
That I'm supposed to set up my computer here in my Lego room. I
didn't even notice you're out in the living room.
I'm in my Lego room. Yes, I am.
You weren't in your regular room. That's how zoned I am.
Yeah, I am. I'm in the middle of my Lego room, but I'm on my phone right now. But I'm supposed to set up a computer because I do have the computer. I just have to put in the memory, the RAM in it.
Yeah.
And test it out because the monitor is already plugged in and all.
Yeah.
And I actually bought a webcam, HD webcam, that's still sitting in the Amazon envelope. So
yeah. Amazon's scary and fun at the same time. Because you could just say, "Oh, I need a 10-foot HDMI or a 10-foot USB cord," and buy 2 of them. I've used one. I haven't used the other one yet. But I will eventually.
And when you get Amazon Prime, there's no end to it.
Yeah, we got Prime, and it's just I'm so tempted to buy everything.
Oh, has anybody watched Wheel of Time, or does anybody know Wheel of Time? I know Jeff does. Jeff, you have.
I wanted to watch it, but because Jeff talked about it, but I haven't had a chance to because it's not my wife's thing, so I have to find time alone to watch it.
Yeah, we haven't sat down to watch it yet. We've been kind of busy lately, so not a lot of free time.
Christmas break.
But I'm desperately waiting for The Expanse, the last season of The Expanse.
Oh yeah, when does that come out?
Yeah, same here.
I think it's
soon.
December, at the end of December or January, probably, or something like that. But
yeah. But the thing
for me, The Expanse is like the best sci-fi show since Battlestar Galactica.
Yes.
5 days.
5 days.
December 10th.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
So
can't wait.
So also, I have some Resolve news. If you guys want to hear about that.
Oh yes, we do. Yes.
A publisher has picked this up.
A publisher has been
really.
Well, that's awesome.
So it's a company that Kevin works for, does doodles and drawings and whatnot, and they are excited to start the Resolve project as soon as they get done doing what they're doing now. So yeah.
Does that fast-paced
so it's happening
project? Oh, well, Dave said that, so it's happening, and I said, so does that fast-pace the actual project? Does that mean it will get done sooner, or no? Okay.
No, it does just mean though that when it comes to marketing and everything else and distribution, we don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Are you still going to need to do a Kickstarter and stuff too, or?
I don't think so. I think the company can handle all that, and sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's all good. We all own,
Dobby is excited as well.
Dobby is excited.
If you want one of these T-shirts, just let me know, and we can work out the price, and I'll mail it and all that fun stuff. So,
Let's rephrase that. If either you two wanted those T-shirts, I do, but
I do too.
We'll get him to ship it to Maddie, and I'll pick it up on the way back.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'll take it because that'll just be easier shipping price for Jeff.
Yeah.
Because cross border is never fun.
But yeah, definitely, I want one.
Yeah, tell us how much.
It's gonna be $30. I gotta buy the shirt. I gotta get it printed.
American. That's American.
Yeah.
It's going to you, Jeff. So
Okay.
Maybe send us a message or something offline and with your email for
I will.
PayPal or whatever.
I will.
Assuming you want PayPal.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's ideal.
I'd like one.
Okay.
So
me too.
You will be the the third and fourth person to have one, as my dad has requested one as well.
I'll fax you the money.
Hmm?
I'll fax you the money.
Okay.
Fact.
Fax you the money. Nice.
Yeah,
you do
Dave is like 20 years
He
late.
is old school. Yeah.
You do e-transfers, right, Jeff?
What was that?
We do have a fax machine, yeah.
No, but you do e-transfers too?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Like, I don't know. When you say e-transfers, are you talking about the Interac type?
I'll just use PayPal.
Yeah.
PayPal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. So, yeah, that's cool. So, you three, my dad, my mom, and my brother-in-law will own Resolve merchandise before anybody else.
Saying
Cool.
all my old shirts are getting ratty, so it's good to have new T-shirts come in.
And all my shirts are this one's covered in animal hair now because of my sister's place. But all my old shirts or all my shirts are either black or dark gray because V-neck fits me nice. Walmart done. Okay.
Do you guys prefer a color for your shirt?
I like the black. I think that looks cool.
Black? All right. Can do.
Cool. Very cool.
We'll figure it out. Stuff.
So you have a timeline, Jeff? Since you're being picked up, or
November of next year,
November of next year?
at the earliest. Yeah. It is what it is.
Since
Yeah, but it gives Kevin time to like finish the artwork and
All right, no problem, dude.
since here, there's on that orange unit on your wall there, the storage unit, the orange one.
yes.
There is that one of the helicopters, the white and orange thing?
Yeah.
Okay. For a second there, I thought it was a space com.
No.
I thought it was the windshield.
It's actually Pierre Normandin's design.
Oh yeah, Pierre's, yeah. Yeah, that's a cool.
So,
Big- Being from Quebec,
Canadian- Canadian Jeff might be switching his build efforts over to Starcom after he gets done with his castle.
Do you guys even remember
Because-
Starcom?
We screwed up.
You guys
So
remember
Dave-
Starcom? Sorry. go ahead.
Non-French Dave is going to love Starcom.
Yeah. Well, I think you both remember it. I just got to find the link here. Hold on.
I know Star Control. It's a great game.
Starcom is
No,
a
Starcom is a
line.
toy line.
Vaguely. Never got there.
Vehicles. is
Show them the
better.
vehicles. There you go. Yeah. Show them the white ship.
I assume that's the Sky Roller. No.
Nope.
Obviously, I don't know what. Starwing.
Starwing. There we go.
So they were. You pressed a button, and they would there's magnets involved and little motors, and they would like open up, and like the cargo container would pop out of the back. So I had a few of these when I was a kid.
I think it was.
I had this.
I
thing
think
when
it wasn't that popular over here in Quebec because I
Okay.
can't seem to remember those.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it could have been just because it was like maybe marketing wise, they didn't release it in Quebec because of French English type stuff, right?
Yeah, probably.
This probably happens common, but it's just they're kind of little neat ships and they fold into these cubes.
'Cause
type of
I-
cargo container.
There, it thanked them something to me. Probably I've seen it in some U.S. commercial or something, but Like I said, I don't remember ever owning such.
Yeah. So they had little magnets on their feet, and these were magnetic pads. So the cargo container would be picking it up, or the vehicle would pick it up from this. And then there's like a little tiny switch that, and then it goes into like a battle mode. It becomes a little vehicle. So the wheels moved out. You know, this whole gun thingy pops out. And I forgot that I even owned these until I saw the pictures. Like they were talking about it. I'm like, what's StarCom? And then I Googled it and it went, yeah. So
it's cool. They're very cool little vehicles and like stuff like that. It brought back a lot of fond memories when we were talking about this.
And the one thing I loved about them was all the little vehicles became the same size as the cargo containers. So you could put this vehicle into a ship and fly it somewhere and then drop it off and then do cargo containers and stuff too. So it was kind of a cool little setup.
Yep.
Well, okay. Bases kind of sucked, but
Well, maybe we could do a group project someday.
I could just build them all myself.
You could do a lunar base.
Oh, come on, Jeff.
StarCom.
They're trying to do a group thing here, and you.
David wants to do some group building stuff.
Okay, well, we could do that, but if you don't know the product, then you don't have the love for it. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, but we have the picture. I can like.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
This is true. And there were some YouTube videos I think for it too that I didn't bother looking at yet because castles first.
Castle first, yes.
All but one. I had three. I had like one of the bad guy vehicles. I showed two of them, and then the other one was the enemy ship, which was I think it was this one. No, not that one. That's the ship.
I think my buddy Chris had a few. I don't remember owning any myself.
I had this one as well.
Could be wrong.
Which had a gun pop out. It expanded. There's a room for a guy in the back. What they don't show is that these wheels flipped down, and there was a magnet underneath, so you could drive over a container and pick it up and keep on going. So it was like a, and I'm like, that was one of the best playable features. But anyway,
yeah, that spaceship, the big white spaceship.
Why don't I share my screen now?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So sorry.
I remember the big white spaceship was a lot of inspiration for building back when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that thing was cool.
This came out. We figured it out. This came out in '87, as did Blacktron, and Zelda came out in '86. So this got me because of the symbol on the side. This was one of my Blacktron vehicles when I was playing because I would use them both together, right?
That's probably why I don't recognize it too much. I was already 20.
But look at the symbol, Dave.
Yeah,
it's red and black instead, or orange and black instead of yellow.
Yellow and black.
It was like,
I mean, the vehicles look cool. They kind of remind me of Thunderbirds because that's what was on TV when I was a kid.
Yeah. Well, they have a Thunderbird likeliness.
Have you seen that they re-released Thunderbird Island?
No.
No idea.
Yeah.
I did not.
I'll be right back. So I know this isn't Lego, but it's
it's all good.
Now I'm gonna figure out what Stick Shot is. Was that the one I was looking at originally?
Oh. Trying to find it. There it is. Yeah. So New Tracy Island. There we go.
What happened? What happened to the old one?
Nobody got it for Christmas.
It's like new classic space. It's new.
Nail.
Well, you guys. I don't know if you guys know the history of this or not, but I'm about to tell you about it. So when this came out in the UK, every boy and girl under the sun wanted it because it's Thunderbirds, and Thunderbirds was basically the Avengers for kids back then, and So here's the new one. It has all the features of the old one. Those are Matchbox scale, so
okay.
But back in Christmas time when this first came out, not a lot of kids got them because everywhere people were going, they were bought out.
Yeah,
no joke. So
I was palm trees holding over so the plane could take off. That was always my favorite.
Yeah.
What were they
It was
signed for?
very. I think. I don't remember. I think it was like something. I think it was like 50. It was the equivalent of $50.
Oh, so it was pretty reasonable then too.
Yeah, and like, here's the old one for comparison.
Would you get all the vehicles with it, or
Back
just
in
the island?
the old school one, you would get all the vehicles in it, and the new one, some of the vehicles are sold separately. I think you get the. I think you get the sub that comes with it. There you go. That's the old one right there.
Yeah. That
So-
one looks familiar.
It came with the rocket, came with all that.
Mm.
Rocket sub.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I remember seeing someone did a Lego build of that a while back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I forget where I saw it, but I think it was probably from Beyond the Brick or whatever did it.
So the
Right.
back of the island had the catchphrases from all of the characters.
Okay.
So you press a button and then you'd hear their voices and stuff like that. And this was another Tracy Island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the underground base, I guess, or the
It's the Power Tech Tracy Island. So, yep. But yeah, pretty
Pretty
cool
cool.
toys.
that one there looks almost like a Bob the Builder, a Thomas the Train version.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know why, but yeah. See, I remember the Thunderbirds. I didn't watch it that much because I was quite young at the time. And
I
no
caught it
cable.
every once in a while,
Yeah, same here. Samir answered his own question, but
It's a little different,
yeah.
but it's not a shot for shot. That's for sure.
No, it's still true to the original type thing, I would say, right?
Yeah. It's pretty
I'm
cool.
fading fast, people. I had a big day.
Yeah,
Was that
I'm gonna take off too. I'm tired.
Sorry,
so
everybody. I loved it. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for teaching me how to use this thing.
No problem.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
I'm-
suggesting it.
I'm
Yeah.
always eager to help the elderly.
That's
no
right.
problem.
Yeah.
The
And
order.
as old people appreciate that.
I had to learn. I had to learn. Somebody had to teach me how to eat with a spoon. Okay, so I'm just saying. I don't mind.
There's before 50 and there's after 50, and I'm after 50 now. So it's like
Right.
I
Well,
don't
it's
think we
like,
need to reteach Dave how to eat with a spoon. I'm just saying.
it's all downhill. Well, why do Dutch people wear wooden shoes? Anyway, not going to go there.
Fair enough.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
All right.
See you, Jeff. Oh wait,
All right.
I'm like, oh, Jeff's ending the stream. Okay. Oh wait, no, I have to end the stream again.
End the
I'm
stream.
outta here.
End the
I'm
stream
ending it
first.
now.